in all of Anthony Goulardi's seasons at Stony Brook except last year, and 5 games decided by 2 goals or less, 4 by 1 goal.
All right, clock situation figured out. Rutgers with the first shot and the first goal. Colin Zeller, another one of those guys getting more time this year than previous, is a freshman. He's stepping up.
And you're seeing why. Zeller, 50 in Scarlet. He's done such a good job out of the Haverford School in Pennsylvania. Strong left-handed tendencies. Great job moving and getting to that high crease area. Cardilla fires him a nice strike on the stick.
And now Tanner Williams, one of 2 freshmen playing on the offensive side and making a start in their debut. Now we're at 20 seconds. Colin Williamson sends it behind the cage, and this Rutgers defense holding strong so far. Ball on the carpet. Rutgers comes up with a takeaway, and that NASCAR engines rev for the first time.
They've got numbers, Dom, 6 on 5.
Joe Younger kiss straight to the hoop and a score. When you think about Rutgers lacrosse, that's it.
And we talked about ground balls last game, and Younger kiss emerges from the pile, and he goes the distance. The transfer from Princeton goes coast to coast, and he will not be denied. Amazing job by 13 in Scarlet, and Younger kiss
So Rutgers with the 2-0 lead, 12:20 to go, opening quarter of play here in Piscataway. And the Scarlet Knights come up with another turnover. Trouble on the clear for Stony Brook. Give it to Colin Kelly, step down and score. You cannot let 6'5" Colin Kelly attack you like that.
And Colin Kelly, transfer from Canisius, 2nd year in the program. He's got a rocket of a shot. And we talked about the unsettled situations that happen off the riding game, and you can take advantage of it with guys like Colin. Just not a lot of room to shoot if you're Stony Brook.
Second stop for Stoller. 23 saves and just 9 goals allowed for the Rutgers keeper.
What speaks to him, but it also speaks to the defense in front of him. Tommy Mendyke and McKelvey, a couple other guys have been doing a great job. Splain.
Rutgers with the advantage on the substitution, and that one's home. Colin Zeller's got 2 early goals.
And Rutgers is getting back to playing at the pace they want to play at. And it's not just from defense to offense, it's the early offense. And right here you're seeing an example of creating numbers 6 on 5, and Zeller on the receiving end again. And that starts with the substitute. You heave it deep and it counts as a shot, and they got it right there.
Richie DiCero off the invert. This has got to be a tougher situation, too, for Stony Brook. You're trying to get your feet under you in the first minutes of the season, and you look up, and all of a sudden you're down 4-0.
Yeah, but I will say this. For Stony Brook,
needing something here, and they found it. Through the gauntlet, Gary Correa, the sophomore, scores the first one for Stony Brook.
Correa, the sophomore, will not be denied. He takes on the whole defense, and he delivers for Stony.
Tanner Williams looks for the angle, an awkward shot. 23 to shoot.
And Stony Brook starting to settle in. You're seeing them move the ball around with a little more confidence.
Through the gauntlet again, and another goal. This time it's Carson Boyle who went down the alley.
And Dom, we talked about this young Stony Brook team. It looks like as this quarter's gone on, they're dodging with more confidence. And they're running through the sticks of Rutgers, attacking the middle of the field, and they're starting to really turn it up here. And they've won the last couple face-offs, so just kept the ball away from Rutgers, because when Rutgers has had the ball, they've been nearly unstoppable today. And you see the help and the support, but
session. Shot clock is at 6. And Rutgers wins it.
And Rutgers, they have numbers here.
There's Ryan Splain, the long stick midfielder. Feed the guy coming on the field. That's Casey Mongillo.
And Mongillo, we talked about his success at Merrimack for 2 years, and it's translating really well to Rutgers on the banks here. He's going to unleash from downtown, unsettled situation, two-way middies. That has led to some opportunities like you saw there on the crease by opposing teams. We saw a couple last game against LIU, so that's an interesting thing to watch as this game continues.
Yeah, 2 of their 3 were picking up the garbage in front. Guys wide open. That's Williams. Good closeout from Scott Lamondre. Doesn't make a difference in the end, though. Tanner Williams unleashes a rocket, and Stony Brook back within 2.
And Williams, the freshman from Niskayuna, top side, attacks top side, middle of the field. The adjacent help.
You look back to a season ago, McLaughlin allowed 8 goals, made just 1 save in 20 minutes, and got pulled. Was allowed to make 1 more start after that, and then that was the end of it. Starting job had been relinquished and given to Tommy Wilk, who is on the was on the roster again this year too. And the timer, a shot and a score, and a push in front that could nullify the penalty. So some stuff to start out there, but most importantly, Stony Brook makes this a 1-goal game, it looks like.
And Stony Brook, they're going to thread the needle in the crease, and Stoller just unable to save it point blank. That's a tough shot to save. We talked about Jamison on the other side. Sometimes it's just
20 to shoot.
And right here, it's called a razor pick. A pick sideways where the picker's facing the sideline. Those are very difficult to cover.
Mongillo from the no angle, able to score again.
And Mongillo, he's showing his versatility above the goal. And now on the wing, gets underneath. And this is called an S dodge. His shape and his path to the goal is in the shape of an S. And he creates a nice angle, and he delivers for Rutgers to put them up 2. And that's a huge goal, Dom, with 2 minutes left in this first half. And Stony Brook making a little bit of a run here, so maybe that can help Rutgers gain the momentum. And with the sliver of an angle, gets it past Jamison.
First half draws went to Stony Brook 7-5 as Rutgers gets the opening one here in half number 2. There were some sequences there where Rutgers was able to score but couldn't really get on a roll because Stony Brook has been able to hold its own at the dot.
And when you play so fast, you don't have the ball a ton because you want to go. You're not really milking the clock, where Stony Brook, on the other hand, is milking the clock.
Rutgers right inside on the opening possession, and Casey Mongillo dunks it in. This is quickly turning into Mongillo's breakout game for Rutgers.
And we've seen the versatility. We've seen him attack from above the goal, from the wing, and right here it's off the ball, catch, and finish. Done a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense is Kane, and there's no doubt he's certainly regained it.
14 seconds left to work with for the Seawolves. And a score. Carson Boyle was locked up and somehow was able to finish anyway.
And Boyle, 23 in blue. He's going to dodge from the corner on a short stick, on Mendyke. And he's going to get topside, an offside hip on Stoll. A lot of games early, gain that experience. Stony Brook, a young team. Get 2 of the top teams nationally on your schedule early and really have a lot of great tape and a lot of great learning experiences.
Cardillo goes right at you, but McLaughlin saves another. Jamison McLaughlin is single-handedly keeping Stony Brook in this game.
Yeah, he's done a nice job, and Colin Cardilla, middle of the field, hands-free, advantage Rutgers. McLaughlin shuts the door.
The advantage Seawolves. One-on-one, there's the goal. And back within 1. Justin Bonacci slots it home, and the Seawolves are playing with so much confidence. And
Bonacci finishes for Stony Brook, but It's really in the middle of the field. The headman pass, and then it's off to the races. Bonacci on the receiving end of an unsettled situation team. So you've really got to establish control, and Rutgers was firmly in control earlier. Now Stony Brook starting to swing the pendulum the other way.
Second extra man chance for the Seawolves. No shots on their first one, which was also a 30-second opportunity.
And Dom, you see 6 players above the cage for Stony Brook. There's only 5 for Rutgers, so they're trying to overload the formation to find a gap.
Williams, soft spot behind the back! Tie game! Carson Boyle with a highlight on opening day.
And Carson Boyle, a flair for the dramatic. No look. Generally not a high percentage pass, but he handles it and he ties things up for Stony Brook. The transfer from Vermont. But they've also been opportunistic, so a little bit of a mix today. We'll see how they want to go at this point.
Williams looking for the angle. And found it! 5-hole goal for Tanner Williams. Stony Brook is on top.
And Tanner Williams, 0 in the blue jersey. He's going to back down Youngerkiss like a basketball player. And he's going to go low on Stoller, and he gives the Seawolves the lead. And we talked about this young team, and as the game has progressed, the freshmen and the young players and inexperienced players for the Seawolves have really gotten better. You see the different release, and sometimes
the full shot clock would have 15 seconds left. Timer's at 25. And O'Brien's got his man hung up. O'Brien, wraparound goal! The Seawolves keep scoring.
And O'Brien, the captain, the first-year captain for Stony Brook, which speaks to his leadership and his experience. He's got Mendyke hung up. And right there, he's going to turn the corner.
Young. Help. Williams gets the slide. Ten seconds left. Downhill, and there's a save made for Stoller and an instant outlet as he stops Boyle. What can Rutgers find in transition? Youngerkiss, open lane and a goal. Boy, did Rutgers need that.
And we talked about how quickly a game can change from defense to offense. And the captain, the leader for this team, Joe Youngerkiss, he delivers coast to coast. He's looking to create a 2-on-1, but Stony Brook doesn't respect him, and he makes them pay. Rutgers down by 1, and a perfect outlet.
5 seconds. He's got to heave it. A prayer. Stony Brook interrupts it. It's loose. Splain has it, but can't get a shot, and Stony Brook comes up with a ranked win. Even in the final moment, the Scarlet Knights got the ball to Splain, but it's Stony Brook in come-from-behind fashion with the win on the road against a Big Ten foe.
And certainly you got to give Stony Brook a ton of credit. Not the best day for Rutgers, but certainly some things to